Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner and another discussion of this week's Mandalorian. And what a fantastic episode it was this week indeed. Absolutely mental. And there's just so much to talk about in this episode that I think it's going to be quite hard to overcome on this, I think, in the coming weeks. So it's definitely going to come out. I wonder at the end of this season that we will get a kind of like another series, like so there's Mandalorian and an Ahsoka series, or stuff like that. Because when you start implementing new characters into the Mandalorian, I think he's not a strong enough person on his own. He needs Baby Yoda and etc. and people like that as well. So, but all in all, I think this week's fantastic episode started right off the bat with Ahsoka just literally just there, just kicking ass. Like there was just no holding back with her. It was just quite brutal, I thought. And I suppose Disney have kind of sort of nerfed the Jedi over the years, that we kind of forget how brutal and damaging a lightsaber can be. So that was great to see at the beginning. A very small sort of storyline to actually involve around Ahsoka and the Mandalorian, which is unfortunate about that tiny little village or something where only seems about 5 people working there. Hello, Tom, mate. You're right. But it was good. It was a good little. I mean, the start off of that episode was absolutely fantastic. And it's just, and Rosa as well. Like, as soon as she spoke, as soon as she came out of the shadows and she spoke, I was like, yeah, she's got it. She's like nailed it. Hello, traveller, mate. You know, she done really well. I'm not too sure about Baby Yoda's kind of story though. I was kind of a little bit meh by that. Yeah, exactly same, Tom. I was expecting there to be like there'd be like some kind of showdown or some another kind of filler episode, and then for her just to be like at the end, and that was it. But it's great because we've still got 3 episodes left, haven't we? And this one was a bit longer as well. But I don't know if you noticed, it was about 45 minutes long. Already, Grogu. I mean, what a name, really! Like, I know everyone's kind of speculation, like he's a clone or something like that of Baby Yoda. Like maybe he was kept in secret because Yoda and Yaddle did have a baby, and he did have another little life. You know, he was a little dirty dog, and his child was there. You know, and then maybe he's like the daughter, the son of Yoda. So it's going to be a bit. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I think it's just Grogu. You know, I don't know. It sounds like something like Shrek, doesn't it? Just sounds a bit earthy and a little bit like an onion or something. I don't know. Like Yoda. Well, it is weird. But it sounds a bit wise. I don't know. Maybe it's got to get used to it, I suppose, haven't we? But Grogu, yeah. I'm quite surprised as well. They actually name dropped Thrawn in this episode. I literally thought, because I said last week, I don't know if anyone was watching, but last week I said Thrawn is definitely the top dog running over Gideon. But I thought Thrawn at the end would do a Thanos type thing, you know, red eye, blue face, and a little bit at the camera, and then it would go on to the next season. And I don't think we'll get Thrawn in this episode, or in this season. I think it'll be right at the end, and it will be the whole massive teaser to go on to the next. So it'll be like Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, and all that ready to go on to the next thing. Maybe whether they drop the name The Mandalorian, because it just sounds a bit centering it lies around the Mandalorian when you've got these other characters that have facial expressions. You kind of and have more of a backstory to the Mandalorian. It's really hard to keep him forefront, I think. especially where he's kind of like a it's the relationship with Baby Yoda. So anything that happens to Baby Yoda, I just think the Mandalorian's going to kind of drop out a little bit. Yeah, yeah. I mean, do you reckon they're going to produce a series like that? Do you think? Now, this is a turnout. So they've got Obi-Wan filming next year. Do you think Ahsoka, so Rosa, will appear there and she'll go and visit Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine? Well, I suppose they can do everything now. I think they're just literally they're gonna make it as diverse, aren't they, as the kind of the Marvel universe, aren't they? I just think they're just gonna have all these little sections, and they're all gonna, and I think they're just gonna literally pump the money into these kind of series because they're just making more and being more successful as well. And I just, I just feel like with the Mandalorian, I think I don't know. It's really hard because he's really good, but everyone's more excited about the other characters that are in his thing. He's kind of like just the visitor of universes, and then once he's sort of like, oh, I'll go to there, and everyone's more excited about Bo Katan, and then there's more excited about Ahsoka, and and then as soon as it was about the Mandalorian and the baby, and there was a frog, everyone's a bit like, oh, there's a filler episode. Yeah, I suppose. But I was kind of only just kind of thinking like, she might find out where he is, goes there, and then he can give her a backstory to say like, you need to go to this place and do this and do that. I'm looking after the son of Skywalker, and that's why she weren't about in the 6 movies, the original trilogy, because he's sent her away somewhere. She didn't come and help Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ahsoka, like being a bit younger. Yeah, so I mean, everyone's excited more about the guest stars, aren't they, than the Mandalorian himself? And we've got Boba Fett in this one. Whether Boba Fett is going to be in it anymore, is he? I mean, we still got that storyline that seems to be kind of forgotten from the first episode, and everyone was like, Boba Fett, like Morrison's back, Boba Fett, and now we're kind of sort of really coming away from that first thing. There's nothing really kind of drop back into that. I mean, has he still got the armor? I mean, his spaceship got blown up and trapped on that other planet. So did all the armor fall out of it? Oh, no idea. But who knows? I'm just more concerned that Boba Fett got stripped by Jawas. Yeah, but again, he needed support again. It was like the Kara and I can't remember his name, but Carl Weathers. It was them sort of again, but it was more about the story of what they've sort of uncovered in that. The episode was absolutely fantastic. He did kind of say, yeah, he did save everyone in the end. The episode for me, that was fantastic. That was my favourite. This week was my favourite for sure. I've watched it about 3 or 4 times already. I literally the other night I was in bed and I thought I was just going to whack it on. Yeah, and I literally straight after it I was like, I need to watch that again as well. So it was definitely a good one. And last week's one, it was really like a nostalgia visit. It was really good, but yeah, I do like the Mandalorian. I think he's great. I do feel worried about his future and what they can actually physically do with it. Um, because even Clone Wars, wasn't it? It was never centered about Anakin. One week it would be Padme, Jar Jar, Obi-Wan, another Jedi, and then Ahsoka. But this is where it's always centered around the Mandalorian. And it just always seems to be, hello, I need something. Well, you have to do this until I give you something, and then and then they move on to the next. So I don't know. It's kind of hard unless they do make it up like a crew. Um, I don't know, but I can see that they're building up to more, aren't they? They're building up to more of an empire remnant kind of sort of forces and everything that they're coming up for. Yeah, I think so too. Um, but but then you kind of come into the thing then, didn't you? Like how many times does he remove his helmet? Like once he does remove it, because you always get those kind of. I think even Black Panther kind of suffered with it. Like he puts the mask on, but every time they talk, the mask will come off and they just talk, and then the mask go back on. Like when I have removable masks, it always seems like they have to display the face. So yeah, but I'm wondering if he. Do you reckon like at the end of this, he'll get his armor painted and stuff like that because it is proper silver, but there's not a really kind of like a characteristic to it. So I wonder if that would be like yeah. But yeah, I do think he does need to remove his helmet a bit more, so we can actually kind of in a way connect to him. Because I always just feel like when we get these guest characters in, and you're seeing their face, you see them react and talk, it just builds up a bit more of a character kind of rapport with them, rather than just sort of like a shiny knight just sort of standing there, you know. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, we just have to see how we go. I mean, literally this season though, isn't it? It's launched the Boba Fett. It's launched the Bo Katana, sorry, um, war against Moff Gideon as well. It's opened up what all that other stuff was going on. Is it clones of Snoke? Snoke? Is it clones of these new troopers? Moff Gideon's kind of plan. Ahsoka and her thing. Baby Yoda. That's like six storylines straight away over five. So there's quite a lot of stuff going on there. So yeah, there was a lot of things, you know. But yeah, I definitely have faith in Dave Filoni, like 110%. He's just done so well, hasn't he? Like the guy touches anything he touches, it just turns to gold. And what I love is that actually he's a pure fan of Star Wars, and he gets it, you know, like the Force and stuff like that. And I just wish he had some fingers in a pie when I was doing the films, because just seeing Ahsoka just move one little rock, and then there's Ray lifting about 20 without any kind of consideration. Yeah, he'll make a good story. I was kind of thinking like where there was like producing these clones, and I was thinking like, are they using Baby Yoda's blood with the Emperor's blood? And that's why Ray is so powerful, because obviously she's descendant of a clone emperor. So that's why I was thinking that's why she was so powerful. It's because she had like a clone of Yoda and a clone of the emperor's kind of granddads. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to aim to do, is kind of bring them a little bit more into line. But I'm hoping that they redeem Luke in a way. Yeah, okay, he did meet his end, but let's try and fill those gaps and give him a little bit more kind of what the fans wanted Luke to be before he went into isolation, which would be fantastic. Yeah. Well, she always loved robes. She never changed her costume, did she? It was always, even though she had leather jackets and trousers and all that from the rebels, she would just still always wear rags, a bit like Yoda. So maybe she just had a fashion sense from him in her DNA. But I don't mean her actual DNA's Yoda. I just mean like the mini chlorian count that they managed to sort of like absorb it to make the Emperor more powerful, and that's why the Emperor was even more powerful at the end, where he could so much light in him to launch up into the sky. Um, oh, I don't know. There's just so many theories and so many things, and there's only time will tell, I suppose, what will happen. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're going to go into something like that, aren't they? Like clones and genes, and I mean, maybe that's why Snoke looks so messed up because he's part Emperor, part Baby Yoda. I don't know. I just, you know. And actually, hello, mate. Right, clips. It's like I was watching The Mandalorian with a friend today, and we was watching from season one. We watched The Prisoner, and then it went on to the bit where they go and meet Cara Dune. But actually, Baby Yoda, and that was quite evil as well. He actually force choked Cara Dune while they was trying to do an arm wrestle, which is, you know, he's quite evil, isn't he? That's what I'm thinking of. He just eats little people, eats little eggs that are going to be populating and stuff like that. He's got a bit of an evil streak. Yeah, they gave the contacts, didn't they? Yeah, she absolutely looked incredible, like for Ahsoka. Just it was good. The only thing I would have to say about Rosa is that she's going to have to start learning how to run with lightsabers, because she kind of just does this kind of sort of like weird sort of look, and then she just sort of does this sort of weird run. And it doesn't look fast; it just looks really seriously awkward. So I think they need to do that, and also the way that she holds her lightsabers. There wasn't where she holds them downwards, isn't she, Ahsoka? There wasn't a lot of that. Yeah, she got a smile, especially when she done that over the shoulder look. And that bit is my best part of the episode, where she ran up, jumped over the wall, literally just damaged the blokes, grabbed hold of that guy's thing of the force, threw it over, and then sliced that bell in half. That. Amazing. And it's the first time we see actually like combat with a lightsaber. Um, that's not against robots. So we had all the episode one stuff, didn't we? And there's only in a duel that they would fight. So this is the first time we really see it live action fighting kind of enemies. I mean, Luke done it on the sail barge, but it was kind of like whacking them with a pole and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess the babies are kind of take a shine to old Snips. But it was just even just all the you know, just the little Easter eggs that they just put in, where she talks about Anakin, she's seen someone fall, and yeah, it was just done. Well, it's Dave Filoni, and he done them all. Then he done Rebels, he's done that, and he knows Ahsoka from his heart, and he literally just done it as it was like an old friend. Yeah, that's the other little thing I got. A lot of people saying that the things are too short. I think they're fine. I didn't think they was that bad. The only thing I would say about them, they just look damaged, where they've been rubbing on her shoulders a little bit, and they're a bit bendy in certain areas. Like it actually looks like foam. That's like a leathery kind of effect to it, or I don't know, reptilian type thing, or I don't know. It just looks like it's kind of like foam ears in a way. Yeah. Well, I think if they was too long, they would look ridiculous. So if they was just too long down, down here, um, past her bosoms, and she's like spinning around, they're just going to flop everywhere, aren't they? That's the tentacles, by the way. But yeah, I just yeah, it was just done. It was just done great, absolutely superb. I think a lot of people on Instagram they were talking about it, raving about it and stuff. So I think they should be celebrating as well at Disney, especially Dave and all that, and John Favreau. They're definitely going somewhere with it. And it just shows what's next. He's going to go to that Jedi temple. So he's on another mission now. Um, I do think after they killed Moff Gideon, I think Ahsoka and their paths will cross again because Admiral Thrawn, they will get too much into the new Empire, and they want this baby for some crazy reasons, which we still need to know, which is obviously siphoning his blood. But yeah, but do we think it's Yoda and Yaddle's child? Maybe. I mean, did she die during childbirth as well? That's why she wasn't there in the other films. She died of sadness like Padme. Although saying that, the baby Yoda would have been about 9 years old, wouldn't it? In Phantom Menace. I was kind of expecting like Baby Yoda to like, you get those sort of films and stuff where you get like a grown man and like he's pretending to be a baby because he looks like a baby. So Baby Yoda's kind of tricked himself to say that he is a baby because he looks really small. But actually, he'd turn around later on and go like, "Oh, I can't be asked with this act anymore. You're all right, mate." And he'll start walking around, and and he pops out a cigar or something like that, and he's actually like not a baby at all. He's actually like a 50-year-old little man. Yeah, Ayla Secura's they're coups, aren't they? They're behind her head rather than in front. So they're kind of just like long ponytails, but with hanging down over your front chest. Would just be getting in your way. Oh, what did other people think of the episode? What was all your favourite parts? What was your favourite part, Clips? Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't know that. Ah. But she was quite cool, that woman. I really liked her. So I'm hoping Ahsoka didn't kill her and that she might be back soon or something like that. But she called her a name, didn't she? But I don't recognise her anything from the actual Clone Wars episodes either. Yeah. Well, I thought it was a bit weird, Tom, where it said, "Oh, the Jedi and the Mandalorian." I thought they literally just had Clone Wars season 7. Did they not see that? Like Ahsoka was helping the Mandalorians. So yeah, I did find the only bit I did kind of go, and it was only a small little bit, but while I was watching it, and then it was just quiet, and he was walking up and down through the trees, waiting for Ahsoka, just talking to Baby Yoda, and there was no words spoken. I was like, oh, come on, don't waste screen time. Like, just get on with it. I just want to sort of like have more conversation. Like, but that was just a small nitpick as I was watching it, but obviously it just ironed out at the end. Yeah. Well, they kept I mean, a lot of people were saying like she never corrected him to say that she was a Jedi, but we don't know what's happened, do we? I mean, she might, like Luke might have knighted her again into the New Republic Jedi Order since then. I mean, does she know Luke Skywalker? Um, there's possibilities that could happen. I just don't. I just think that Jedi is kind of just given a name with someone that's got laser swords and those powers. So, are you a Jedi? Yes, I am, because it's just rather than just saying no, I've got left out of the order because of blah blah blah. It's just too much. Yeah, yeah. Seeing Ahsoka just come from and the way she moved and disappeared into the mist and all that, it looks great. It looks fantastic. Not too sure on the actual costume itself, though. Um, in a way, it is Ahsoka-y, but yeah, I'm not sort of was too wowed by the actual outfit, what she was wearing. Yeah, yeah. I think her head tails are just fine. Yeah, yeah, exactly what I thought, Papa. Because last week we was discussing in here, and I said I still think Thorn has come back. And I was like, I think once they kill Gideon, it would be like a Thanos kind of thing at the end that Thorn would turn around. And obviously nothing was confirmed. And this week they've confirmed his name. And I just think like, oh really? Even just the way it was done as well. Like, yes, tell me where Thorn is. Um, yeah, I did think it was a bit kind of the way they did drop it was just slightly a bit too quick, and not a lot of care in it as well. Yeah, my mate he mods Battlefront 2, and what he's done, it looks fantastic. He's got Ahsoka and all that in it as well, and I just wish they carried on. I mean, I still play Battlefront 2. Hello, Rhino. Um, and I actually tried a little bit of footage in the week just to see if I could play it online, which it worked all right, worked fine. So I will be trying to get a quiet night where I can actually do that. Um, but I just wish they carried on. I mean, because now they could have just ported over the flame trooper from the First Order into that to be an incinerator trooper, and all that for it. It was just, it would still be working. It'd still be good. Like, and I'd be happy to pay like a $5 a month for a subscription for them to just chuck loads of new content in each time, new events and all that. Yeah, but I mean, who's going to play Fawn? I mean, who would you like to play Fawn? Um, I don't know. Like, it's just so much now, isn't there? Have I got any customs coming up? Yes, I have. Obviously, I've done the fixer upper episodes. If you saw the schedule online, on Instagram. So I've done the Flame Trooper, fixed him up, so his backpack's the right way up and all that. So there's a video coming up for him. And my 332 second Ahsoka's clone, I've done him up. And so the next thing I've got is I've still got some plain clones. So I think the next one is, because I'm still playing Battlefront, every time I play it, I need to make this guy. And so if you ever play Battlefront 2 and you got the heavy Senate Guard, that's the one I play as. Or sometimes I play as the 212th Battalion. So I will be making one of them. But I have got two of the heavy helmets, so you never know. I might make one or the other. But I have got all the other bits to make a Keeley. So all the shops, well, actually, no, we're in Tier 3 where I'm based. So most of the shops are not going to be open, but I need to get some brown reddish paint to make Keeley. But I've got all the stuff and all that to make that as well. So, and that's what it is. As I said last week, December will be most of the reviews will be out by December. So December will be kind of just doing the bits that I just want to do, have a bit of fun with the channel and just do a few bits. So we'll be doing like a complete kind of collection, a clone collection, and just stuff like that. That's what I will be doing. So there'll be a couple of customs coming in December. Oh, really? I'll have a look at that, because I've got red and I've got black. So there was a one colour I was looking at on Samira, which was, I think it was actually called red brown. I've had it before, but I've run out. So yeah, because it was kind of, because Keeley's not actually part of any company, is he? Nothing's really been confirmed for him. So yeah, so I'm just gonna have to sort of look into that. So is that all? I thought I had another custom. No, I think that's it. I was going to do some. Well, I was talking to you, Tom, weren't I, on Instagram the other day? But I'm going to sort of take a random 3 characters and just do tiny little fixie uppies. It could be just sort of like some paints missing on certain areas and stuff like that. Like I did with Ket Fisto, like I actually added all the brown bands and all that on the back of his head. Oh, yeah, so it's just swapping the colours around a bit. Yeah. Papa, what's your take on the new body for the Clone Troopers? I try so hard to I try so hard to like them, but for some reason I can't. Just don't something about it. Yeah, Hasbro's weathering's quite cartoony, I suppose, in a way. Oh, okay, that's fair. I don't know. I mean, this is the bootleg one, you know, and I haven't got the phase 1, the new body sculpt and all that, but I just don't know. There's something about these guys I really like compared to the newer body, and I've still not got it on there at all. But I just think it looks more defined. Like, you know, it's more of a build. It looks more like armor. The other one's just a bit too skinny, I think. Yeah, I prefer the Bly and the Rex body. I saw some Bly for cheap as well. Where did I see it? I don't know if it was Jedi Archives, but There was a place that I saw. Oh, blind the Good Friday deal. I can't remember where I saw it now. Yeah, the knee bands and the elbows are just, there is something, they're just awful, aren't they? It's that awful plastic. I don't know why they just didn't make them hard plastic, and just lift them up a little bit higher so they don't have to sort of like stretch and stuff around the elbows. Yeah, yeah, I think that is kind of one of the bits that are a bit offish as well. Oh, is it on Star Action Figures? Oh, it might have been. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like those rubber band kind of shoulders and that the elbow. I think they're going to get saggy, aren't they? I mean, Hasbro are not like the best quality. I mean, my IG88, his elbows are just disintegrated. He hasn't actually got those little rubber ring things no more. They're just gone. Also, Bosk's belt, part of the back part has just disintegrated. That kind of rubber, it's just kind of just vaporized. It's just gone. And all they've done is sat on a shelf. Like, they're not in front of the window or anything. They just dried up and died. So I'm a little bit worried about the rubberness that they use on the elbows and stuff like that. So, oh, really? I suppose there's no way you can even glue it, is there? Yeah, just don't know why they've done it like that, to be honest. But do you reckon they revert back to the old ways? Or do you reckon? It just seems weird, isn't it? Like they diverse between the others. Obviously, like the Phase 1 Lieutenant, didn't they? They brought out, and that was the old type. And then they go release Phase 1 again. But in that, to me, I would just release it with a blue and then just release the others again with the new thing. So you just got a new figure straight away. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. See, I watched your video today. I gave it a like. I just didn't comment, but yeah, because even with this guy, it's just literally. I mean, it's not as bad as yours where you couldn't even physically bend it, but this is an official figure, and he's got all the movement that he should have. He's just there. Uh, it just feels thick and it feels horrible. And actually, the black plastic feels, it's really kind of soft. It's like really bendable. When you got this is a bootleg. The figure itself, that thigh is really kind of rigid. We can't move his leg up, but we can go outwards. But we can twist that bit around, so they can come up this far. You can get them in like this is the bootleg figure, and you can get them into like pretty any multiple poses that you want. Where you can bring the arms right up, for like shooting and whatnot. But this guy just, and I felt that when I did his reviews, I just felt like, whether it's brand new and I couldn't get his poses properly, but I think because the plastic he's made of is very kind of like a bendable plastic as well. So yeah, it just feels. Yeah, I think that's why I didn't bother with the new Purge Trooper with the baton that you got. I just kept this guy because I wasn't overly impressed by him. I'm going to put him over there because the amount of times I knocked these figures down, I threw my T-shirt the other day and I hit the shelf and the whole lot just literally just dropped. Is that your feelings? Oh, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as the First Order. It was just awful, wasn't it? The First Order Trooper. Just, well, I sort of sent a message to Papa earlier, and I just said, like, my worst is my sequel shelf. all their arms come up that way. You know, they bend to about this far, and it's like it goes across the whole entire line. Yeah. Oh, that's fair enough. You tried, and yeah, he is cool, and I do like him. But yeah, I don't know why they do this as well. Like some figures, their quality is completely different to a different figure. So when they do use like black, it's really gummy. And I got the 2-pack with Poe Dameron, and he comes with a First Order Trooper. And oh my god, the I can actually damage the First Order Trooper by putting my fingernail into the plastic because he's just so soft. It's like as if someone's replaced it with like a bootleg or like a really bad bootleg. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the best way they can hold the baton and the shield, isn't it? I think I've mustered up about 5 overall, but I just literally on the bottom shelf and I just don't care. And even the brand new First Order Trooper, I still didn't think he was that great. The only time that I really enjoyed it was when I got the gold one. Even though it's exactly the same mold, I thought he's actually really really good. Yeah, it is bad quality. But yeah. Oh, actually, no, I've still got. Well, I've got a custom coming. But as you'll know, I do like my um, astromech droids. So I will be making. I can't remember the name of for it. I have got an R2 unit left over, and I've been waiting for the Clone Wars Ahsoka to come. So I'm actually going to make her R2 unit droid. Um, so that will be coming in December at some point as well. So stay tuned for that one. But it's a weird colour, and it's got like fluorescent yellow top and sort of like a burgundy body. But I just kind of wanted that to go with her as well. So be quite good. I still, to be honest, I thought Captain Rex was my favourite. But yeah, yeah, I think you're right. I just don't think there's actually apart from Commander Pryor I got the other day, because even I got Captain, what's his name, Cardinal, something like that. But even I thought his articulation was a little bit, kind of a little bit off as well, to be honest. But then sometimes I think it's the plastic that they use, because it just depends what colour it is the quality of the plastic. But the new Stormtrooper, that's amazing. Definitely one of the best. And what's everyone's figure for next year they're looking forward to? What's going to be their one that's been confirmed so far? What have we got coming? Oh, it's everything. Everything they seem to be confirming. They just seem to be rushing out. Because is the Biker Scout out next year? Cody, yeah, Archive. Uh, this is what we were saying last week as well in the live channel, wasn't it? Because I said I reckon Commander 4 might be coming because for no reason whatsoever they got him coming in an Archive set. Um, so Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually having Han and yeah, the Bad Batch. They look, well, I nearly swore then. They look really good. Um, oh no, yeah, it would be nice to actually get a Cody to make a Vaughn. But do you think we might get a Vaughn down the line? I think we will. I think it'll be the new body. Um, but with all the visor and stuff, it'd be quite interesting to see if we actually get the removable helmet like we have with the others. Or it'll be a whole full headpiece, which I think they need to start going because the quality control for them are slightly a little bit with the extra heads inside and gluing on those helmets. They're just kind of getting a little bit too warped, aren't they? Yeah, the Bad Batch ones do look good, don't they? And all the accessories as well. It looks, it looks like you get, 10 for your money. Do you know what I mean? It looks really good. Um, and we got Azaj Ventress as well. Wasn't so we've had pictures. They was all rumored, but we were rumored to get Bo Katan and Ira Singh as well. I don't know if anyone saw on Yak Face today. They actually extended the box out from the Remnant Trooper, and on the side there was a picture of like a Mandalorian. So um, possibly could be Bo Katan's armor, or it possibly could even be Death Watch because the shoulder pad was smooth. So we can hope. Just all I want is a Death Watch Mandalorian, but we can hope. Yeah, I've done it. It's all up there. The video will be out Wednesday. I think I put it down for. So he's got a brow. He's got all his details and all that in there. For me, it's kind of took away what is missing. I was talking to Teddy the other day, and I just think what the actual figure's missing. It's just the actual. He's so shiny, and then he's got blue, and then he's got orange. It just looks like a child's toy. It's just those colours that, it's not Hasbro's fault. It is the colours that he has, but it's just not done right. So, yeah, the paint on the helmet is delicate. It's done. I've done it in a way that it doesn't affect the helmet at the front. The only thing I've added to it is weathering and gloss the eyes because the grey in the visor just literally loses it from the helmet. But I won't show you now, but you can see the video. I think it's Wednesday. I've got it coming. So, well, actually, I still need to finish the ending off. I still need to show it off to the camera. But all the painting, all the edited, and all that part's done. So, yeah, the tech it is my favourite as well, Rhino. I'm hoping that they will. Do we think we're going to? Because they confirmed the ARC Trooper, didn't they? Well, not rumoured the ARC Trooper, but I reckon that's going to be. I think. But to be honest, when I was doing the 32-second, 330-second, I thought I fudged up the helmet because by the time I got the head out, the helmet was crushed. It was about this big. But I just popped it back in the pan and it was fine. So, but yeah, no, I haven't. I was kind of umming and ahhing. If you when you need anything, mate, or whatever, just give you a message and I'll definitely help you. You take care, mate. No, I kind of stayed away from the. I don't know what it is. It's just the new bodies, and the Phase One helmet just looked a little bit too big. I think what it is I made up my whole collection of one type of clone, and I find these new people like imposters. Um, so I do find it a little bit. I'm OCD. I think that's the problem. So having a different body in the mix of others, it does take me a little bit of kind of like, oh, so it's either I like this, Len has to replace all these others, or I just don't buy the new ones and then go from there. But yeah, so yeah, I think I will get the Phase One, but I think I will customize him, and I don't think I would leave him a as a shiny. So I think eventually I want to get a shiny. Oh, does it not? Oh. And the helmet is really big. So I don't know. I don't know then. I don't know if I will get him. I was kind of thinking about Centurion mascot. So he's actually like my own personal clone with colours and stuff like that. I was kind of thinking, you know, the logo and whatnot. But so he doesn't stand out because I want to get, I think, 5 of these of the bootlegs, have a shiny and never touch it, try not to touch it and paint it, and then do a yellow one, a red one, a blue one. Is that all the colours? Green, yellow, red, and blue. So, yeah, and just have the actual sort of Attack of the Clones phases on there. Oh, okay, is there not a way you can either dribble it out or cut it out of a Stanley? Oh, really? Mm. Oh, that's fair enough. Then just keeping. Do you know one of the things I was kind of thinking about doing with that clone was actually building him a custom middle. So he looked like a little custom fives. You know, when they get the little branded kind of middle at the end. That's one idea like, with the Phase One new body. Yeah. So if you want to take that idea, mate, bit of milli put, make a little medal up for him, stick it on his arm, holding his helmet. I'll let you have that idea. Yeah, no, sounds good. Well, you can put it on your channel, or I'll be watching on Instagram anyway. What type of head is underneath? Is it exactly the same as the Phase Two heads for the clone trooper? Oh, nice. I get asked about commissions and all that, and I just think I don't know. I might look into commissions for next year, just to support the channel in a way. I mean, if Black Series is as crazy as it is like this year, then I'm going to need to find some alternative kind of payment and stuff like that, because it's just going crazy. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's what I did with my one. I gave him a little goatee just to separate him. Gave him a little bit on the beard. I think I sent you a picture, didn't I, of him? Yeah, well, it's just a bog standard clone, isn't it? You know, it's a good head, and they're very detailed as well. And it gives me, I don't know about you, but I'm quite enjoying painting faces, and I'm getting there. I'm never going to be amazing like some people make them actually look like fantastic faces, but you know, as long as I can sort of match, or whatever I do, it always look better than the Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So whatever I do, even if it's completely like just black, you know, like. Yeah, he does. There's loads on Instagram, you know, like they do it and they got all the pimples and all that. I mean, Christ, I mean, I suffer with trying to just get a skin color and paint the face, but what others do is amazing. Um, the blue I use is I just use I use two types of blue for my 501st, but it's kind of like an animated kind of blue. I haven't one that matched. Well, I don't know actually. No, it's a lot lighter blue that I use for the my clones. But I use two types of acrylic paint. The first one I use is kind of like a painter's acrylic that I do over it, and then I seal it with a clear blue Tamira. So it gives off this kind of really glossy shine look to it, and it's just like a nice kind of like, it gives like a textured blue in there, which is a bit similar to the Clone Wars are, you know, because the actual clones is not, it's never kind of like straight, so it actually looks weathered as being painted, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it comes out really nice, really bright, and sort of thing on there, but it's nowhere near the 501st colour that they use prior to that. Anyways, yeah, come on. Yeah, take care, Tom. I'll be heading off now. Actually, it's come up for an hour, so keeping these down to an hour. So if people watch them afterwards, it's not going to go on all day. And that's kind of it. And roll on for the next Mandalorian next week, which where we do go, what we're going to do. Is he going to go to the temple? Is Gideon going to come in and blow everything to hell? You know, has Grogu got a surname? He's going to be asked next week. I don't know. We're just going to log off now, mate. Come next Sunday at 8 GMT. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this live chat. And yeah, well, I think that's the Jedi that's going to hear the baby call. I've got a feeling. So who knows? Hoping Rex, hoping some more Boba Fett. I'm hoping for more Ahsoka. Just hoping for everything this week, to be honest. But it's just years down the line, isn't it? You know, and I think we're eventually going to get 2 series a year. One will be Mandalorian, one will be something else, Ahsoka series or something, and they'll probably cross over and intertwine, and we have this multiverse by Dave Filoni on the Disney Plus. That's what we can hope for, I guess. So, guys, girls, thank you so much for being on this live chat, and we'll do the same again next week. It's been a good one. Thank you so much, and I'll see you then. Bye.